Good morning, all of you. So, yesterday we have discussed BIGAM method. So, BIGAM method we have discussed. So, when you have to use BIGAM method, if any one constant is greater than equal type or equal type, you can go for either BIGAM method or two-phase simplex method. So, yesterday we have done BIGAM method. So, now the same problems, because if any one constant is greater than equal type or equal type, you can either apply BIGAM method or you can apply two-phase simplex method. So yesterday we have done two problems in BIGAM method. So the same problems we will do in two-phase simplex method. Why I am taking the same problems means you will know whether you are getting same answer or not. So someone will use, if suppose a question is like this, solve the following LPP. Solve the following LPP means if any one constant is greater than equal to or equal to type, so we can use, someone will use BIGAM method, someone will use two-phase simplex method. So if it's specifically given BIGAM method, then only you have to use go for BIGAM method. If specifically if you mentioned two-phase simplex method, then you will use two-phase simplex method. If it did not mention anything in that LPP, if you find one greater than equal type constraints or equal type constraint, then automatically you can use either BIGAM method or two-phase method. If all are less than equal type constraints, then ordinary simplex method you will use. Okay. So today we will discuss the same problems by using two-phase simplex method. Yesterday we discussed two problems now. One problem is minimum set solution existing problem, and one is infeasible solution. So the same two problems we will discuss in two-phase simplex method also. Right. Problem number one: solve the following LPP. Solve the following LPP by using two-phase simplex method. By using two-phase simplex method. By using two-phase simplex method. Right. Minimum z equal to the same problem we are discussing. In BIGAM method we have done the same problem. The same problem now we are doing by using two-phase simplex method. Okay. So minimum z equal to 2x1 plus 3x2. 2x1 plus 3x2. Next line. Subject to the constraints. Subject to the constraints. Subject to the constraints. Write down the first constraint. x1 plus x2. x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 5. x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 5. Second constraint, x1 plus 2x2. x1 plus 2x2 greater than or equal to 6. Greater than or equal to 6. Now how many constraints are there? Two constraints are there. How many decision variables are there? Two decision variables are there. That means and x1, x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now this problem, if you did not mention anything, solve the following LPP means you can use graphical method, because only two decision variables are there. Otherwise you can use BIGAM method or you can use two-phase simplex method. If you specifically mention graphical method, do graphical method. If you specifically mention BIGAM method, do it in BIGAM method. If you specifically mention two-phase simplex method, you can use two-phase simplex method. If you did not mention anything, because two decision variables are there, graphical method is very easy. Otherwise, if you want to do, you can use BIGAM method or two-phase simplex method also. Okay. So two-phase simplex method. In the name itself, it is there. How many phases will be there? Two phases will be there. Two phases will be there. So phase one procedure will be there. Phase two procedure will be there. So phase one means the same steps what you are using in BIGAM method. The only difference I will tell you later while discussing the steps. So first step is same in any simplex method. Simplex method means ordinary simplex method or BIGAM method or two-phase method. So step number one is check your objective function is minimization or maximization. If it is maximization, you can ignore step number one. If it is minimization, then convert the minimization into maximization by using the relation maximum z star equal to minus minimum z. Okay. So in this case, what is that? Objective function is minimization. That means you have to convert this minimization into maximization. Right on. Solution. Two-phase method means phase one we are doing now. Phase one. Phase 1, step number 1 is what? What is step number 1? Check the objective function is maximization or minimization. If it is maximization, you can ignore step number 1. If it is minimization, you can convert it to maximization. Now see this one, it is minimization or not? So that means you have to convert it to maximization. Right? Step number 1. The objective function is minimization. The objective function is minimization. So convert minimization into maximization. convert minimization into maximization by using the relation. What is that relation? Maximum z star equal to minus minimum z. Maximum z star equal to minus minimum z. That means what is that? This is nothing but minus. What is your minimum z? Minimum z is 2x1 plus 3x2. So minus of 2x1 plus 3x2. Therefore, what is your maximum z star? We are getting max z star equal to means what we get minus 2x1 minus 3x2. Minus 2x1 minus 3x2. Same like Bigam method or simplex method, whatever. So step number 1 is check your objective function is maximization or minimization. If it is minimization, so convert it to maximization by using the relation maximum z star equal to minus minimum z. That is minus of minimum z value is 2x1 plus 3x2. So therefore maximum z star equal to minus 2x1 minus 3x2, where z star equal to minus z. Where z star equal to minus z. So at last we will convert z in terms of z. So what is the z value? Minus z star. Whatever may be the z star value, that will, if you add minus, then automatically we get the z value. Okay. Now step number 1 is completed. Phase 1, step number 1 is completed. Step number 2 is also same. Check the right hand side values. So right hand side values are positives or not? Positives. Positives means you can ignore step number 2. If it is negative, any one value is negative, then multiply that constraint into minus 1. But in this case, both the values are positive. Both the values are positive means you can ignore step number 2. Next, step number 3 is also same, like Bigam method and simplex method. So step number 3 is what? Convert these inequalities into equalities. That means standard form. Standard form you have to convert. So standard form means what is that? Objective function is maximization. Now I got maximization. Constraint should be equal to type. And decision variables are non-negative. So that means the only thing is I have to convert these inequalities into equalities. So how will you convert? If constraints are less than equal type, then add slack variables. If constraints are greater than equal to type, then subtract surplus variables. So now how many less than equal type constraints are there? So less than equal type constraints are not there. So that means go for how many greater than equal type constraints are. How many greater than equal type constraints are there? 2 are there. So greater than equal to means you require slack variable or surplus variable. So greater than equal to means always surplus variables are required. So that means how many greater than equal type constraints are there? 2 are there. That means how many surplus variables are required? 2 surplus variables are required. Whenever surplus variable is used, you require artificial variable. That means how many surplus variables are used? 2 surplus variables are used. That means how many artificial variables are required? 2 artificial variables are required. Total how many variables are required now? Total how many variables are required? 2 surplus variables and 2 artificial variables. So total 4 variables are required. Surplus variable is always subtracted. Artificial variable is always added. That means how many variables are required? 4. Original problem, how many variables are completed? 2 variables are completed. Now I have to take 4 variables, 2 surplus variables and 2 artificial variables. That means what are the variables I will take? I will take x3, x4 are the surplus variables, x5, x6 are the artificial variables. Okay, right. Step number 3. Step number 3. Introduce. Step number 3. Introduce the surplus variables. Introduce the surplus variables x3 and x4 greater than equal to 0. X3 and x4 greater than equal to 0 because 2 surplus variables, 2 greater than equal to constraints are there. That means you require 2 surplus variables. So x3 and x4 greater than equal to 0 and artificial variables x5 and x6. X5 and x6 greater than equal to 0. X5 and x6 greater than equal to 0. Greater than equal to 0 means non-negative variables. All are non-negative variables only. So 2 surplus variables. What are the surplus variables? X3 and x4 greater than equal to 0, and artificial variables x5 and x6 greater than equal to 0. And put the cost of these variables. Is equal to. And put the cost of these variables is equal to 0, comma 0. Slack and surplus variables is always cost is 0. In Bigam method, artificial variable cost what you have taken? Minus m you have taken. Minus m in Bigam method you have taken. Now two-phase simplex method, artificial variable cost is minus 1. So that means what you get? Minus 1, comma minus 1 respectively. Right? And put the cost of these variables, continuation. And put the cost of these variables is equal to 0, comma 0, -1 respectively in the objective function, respectively in the objective function, respectively in the objective function. Then we get actually what is the objective function? Now this is your objective function. Max function type is your objective function. Okay, so right, then we get maximum z star equal to, then we get maximum z star equal to what is the objective function? -2x1 minus 3x2 minus 3x2. Next surplus variable. Surplus variable's cost is 0. So that means what is that? 0x4, 0x5, 0x3, x4. Surplus variables x3, x4. Next, artificial variable cost is -1. -1 means what is that? Minus x5. 1 into that variable is variable only. Minus x5 minus x6. Minus x6. So what is the maximum z star? Maximum z star equal to -2x1 minus 3x2 plus 0x3 plus 0x4 minus x5 minus x6. Up to this, Big-M method and two-phase simplex method is same. Big-M method you will get minus mx5 minus mx6. Two-phase method you are getting minus x5 minus x6. That is the only difference. Coefficient is -1. Okay. Now first you have to convert it to standard formula. So I will convert, after that I will tell you the phase 1 step. Okay. So next you have to convert the inequalities into equalities. So how will you convert the inequalities into equalities? By introducing the slack variables and surplus variables. So now greater than equal time constraint is you require the surplus variables. Now see the first constraint. First constraint is greater than equal time. Greater than equal to means you require surplus variable. So what is the first surplus variable? x3. x3 is the first surplus variable. So surplus variable is always subtracted. That means what we get? So x1 plus x2 minus x3. Surplus variable is subtracted. Okay. So how many variables are there? 6 variables are there. So you have to leave space for the remaining variables x4, x5, x6. Leave some space equivalent to what is the value? 5. 5 is the value. So surplus variable is subtracted. Surplus variable is subtracted. Now second constraint is also greater than equal to. Greater than equal to means surplus variable is required. What is the next surplus variable? Surplus variable is x4. So x4 is subtracted or added? Surplus variable is always subtracted. That means what we get is nothing but here already x3 is used, so x3 value will be 0 here. Okay. Now second constraint is also greater than equal type, so you require surplus variable, so minus x4. Minus x4, so that inequality becomes equivalent to 6. Now surplus variable is added for the first constraint, so that inequality becomes equivalent to 5. So second constraint x4 is added, surplus variable is subtracted, so that inequality becomes equal. Now the only thing is, so here x4 is used. So what is the x4 value here? 0x. Now if you observe here, what are the coefficient values? 1 1, 1 2, minus 1 0, 0 minus 1. But unit matrix does not exist. Unit matrix means what is that? 1 0, 0 1 does not exist. So that's why whenever surplus variables are used, you require artificial variables. So first constraint you have used surplus variable. So one artificial variable you have to use. What is the artificial variable? First artificial variable is x5. So artificial variable is always added. Added means what is that? First constraint you have to add x5. x5 is the artificial variable. Surplus variable is subtracted, artificial variable is added. Okay. And then so here x5 is added. So what is x5 value here? 0x5. For second constraint also you have used surplus variable. That means you require the next artificial variable. What is the next artificial variable? x6. That is added. Added means plus x6. So here x6 is added. What is the x6 value here? 0. 0x6. 0x6. Now see. Surplus variable, artificial variable. Surplus variable, artificial variable. Surplus variable is subtracted, artificial variable is added. So that 1 0 0 1 exists. 1 0 0 1 exists. That means you can identify the basis variables. What are the variables that enters into the basis? Where do you get the unit matrix elements? Those variables enters into the basis. Now how many variables are there in the problem? Now how many variables are there? Up to 6. So that means what is that? 6 variables are there. That means and xj greater than equal to 0. And xj greater than equal to 0. J equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. J equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now you can write the matrix form. Next writing matrix form. Matrix form. So all of you know matrix form. What is the matrix form? Matrix form is maximum Z equal to capital CX, capital EX equal to capital B, X is greater than equal to 0. X is greater than equal to 0. Where C equal to, what is the C matrix is -2, -3, 0, 0, -1, -1, -1, -1. And then A. What is A matrix? A matrix is 1, 1, -1, 0, 1, 0. And then this one is 1, 2, 0, -1, 0, 1. Next X. What is X matrices? X matrices is nothing but what is X matrices? X equal to x1, x2, so on x6, so on x6. And what is the B matrices? Last one is B matrices. What is the B matrices? B matrices is 5, 6, 5, 6. B matrices is 5, 6. Up to this, the procedure is same for BCAM method, two-phase method, two-phase simplex method, and even ordinary simplex method also. Up to matrix form, the procedure will be same. Now in BCAM method, in simplex method, you will continue with starting table. Okay. But in two-phase simplex method, while continuing the table, simplex table, one assumption we will make in phase number 1. Phase number 1, what is the assumption we will make is, we will take the objective function. Actually, what is the objective function? This is the objective function. This is the objective function. So in phase 1, what we will do, we will consider only artificial variable cost. Remaining variable cost, we will make it as 0. So in phase 1, what we will do? In phase 1, we will consider only artificial variables. Only artificial variables. Remaining variables we will assume as zeros, because 0 and anything is 0. So that means only we will consider artificial variables. So in phase 1, what we will do? In two-phase simplex method, this step is important. What is that? In phase 1, we will put all the original variables cost is equivalent to 0. Whatever may be the cost, whatever may be the cost, we will put all the original variables cost is equivalent to 0 except artificial variables. The meaning of that sentence is you will consider only artificial variables. So how many artificial variables are there in this problem? What are the artificial variables are there? Minus x pi, minus x pi, x6 are the artificial variables. That means in phase 1, you will consider objective function is only minus x pi and minus x6. The remaining all you will treat as 0. That's the meaning of that one. Okay, right. In phase 1, next line after this. In phase 1, put all the original variable cost, is equal to 0, In phase 1, put all the original variable cost is equal to 0 except artificial variables, in the objective function, except artificial variables in the objective function, then we get then the modified objective function, is given by, so phase 1 you are modifying means you cannot consider again maximum z star, because maximum z star is this one. So phase 1 you are treating as all are zeros except artificial variables. So what is the modified objective function I will consider as maximum z dash only for phase 1. Okay na? So maximum z dash equal to artificial variable only you will consider. Remaining variables you will take 0. So 0 and anything is 0. So that means only artificial variables you will consider. So what are the artificial variables here? Minus x pi, minus x6. So this is important. So phase 1, the objective function is this one only. Okay. So maximum z dash, that I will assume as z dash. Modified objective function maximum z dash equal to minus x pi, minus x6. Remaining procedure is same. Means what you have to try? You have to draw simplex table. Okay. So simplex table means first table is called initial table or starting table. Right. Starting table or initial table. Right. Initial table or starting table. Initial table. What are the columns required? What is the first column? All of you know. YB is the first column, CB is the second column, XP is the third column. Now, how many variables are there in the problem? How many variables are there? 6 are there. So that means what we get? Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5, Y6. And Cj is the cost matrix. Cj is the cost matrix. First, you have to write the C matrix. Now, C matrix is not this one, because in phase 1, what you have to assume, your objective function is, what is that? All are zeros except artificial variables. And that means what is the x1 variable cost? 0, coefficient value. x2 coefficient value is 0, x3 0, x4 0. Only x5 exists. What is x5 coefficient value? -1, x6 coefficient value -1. That means what are the variables in phase 1? y1 0, y2 0, y3 0, y4 0, y5 is an artificial variable, that means -1, y6 is an artificial variable, cost is -1. This is the only difference between big M and two-phase simplex method. Don't consider this one. Okay, now the modified objective function is this one in phase 1. So phase 1 you have to use this objective function only. That means what is that? All are zeros except artificial variables. All are zeros, whatever may be the original values. Actually, original value is 2. Original value is -2, original value is -3, but in phase 1 what we are assuming, all are zeros except artificial variables. Okay, so the remaining procedure is same. What is the remaining procedure? Remaining procedure is what are the variables enters into the basis. Where do you get the unit matrix element? So see the unit matrix elements: 1 0 0 1, 1 0 0 1. This is x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, and y5, y6. So that means what is that? y5, y6. The remaining procedure is as it is you have done in simplex method and big M method, the same concept. So now tell me what is the CV? Y5 variable cost. What is the Y5 variable cost? -1. Y6 variable cost -1. This is very easy compared to big M and ordinary simplex. Okay. So next XP. XP means B values. What is your B values? 5 6. 5 6. Next, as it is representation of A matrices. A matrices as it is you have to represent. That means what is the values? 1 1 -1 0 1 0, and this one is 1 2 0 -1 0 1. Same concept. What you have to calculate? You have to calculate Z and Zj minus Cj. But what you have to calculate here? Now modified is denoted by maximum Z dash. So Z dash value we get. You will not get Z value. You will not get Z star value. So you have written phase 1, what is it? Maximum Z dash. That's why you get Z dash value. Z dash value we get. Z dash. Okay. CB is fixed. But formula will be same for Z. Okay. So what is the formula for Z? CB into XB. So -5 -6. -5 -6 -11. -11. Next, what you have to calculate? Zj minus Cj. You have to calculate Zj minus Cj. Zj minus Cj means net evaluations you have to calculate. So formula is same. CB into y1 -1 -1 -1 -1 is -2 -2 -0 -2. Okay. Next, CB into y2 -1 -2 -3 -0 -3. Next, -1 sorry -1 into -1 plus 1. This is 0. 1 minus 0 1. Next one is 0 plus 1 plus 1 minus 0 1. Next, -1 into 1 -1. This is 0. So -1 minus of -1 -1 plus 1 0. This is also -1 plus 1 0. Remaining concept is as it is, like big M method and ordinary simplex method you have done. If you get all our positive, solution is completed. All our positives means greater than equal to 0. Solution is completed. So otherwise means if you get one negative, directly that enters. If you get more than one negative, then choose the most negative. What is the most negative here? How many negatives you got? 2 negatives you got. Most negative. What is the most negative? Minus. So that means this variable wants to enter here. So y2 wants to enter here. And some variable must be deleted. So for that, what is the formula? Deleting variable formula is ratio you have to calculate. What is the ratio formula? Minimum of xb by entering column. What is your entering column here? Entering column is y2. So xb by y2. xb by y2. Now see xb by y2. But in your entering column, 0 is there, negative number is there. Don't consider the ratio. Only positive numbers ratios you have to consider. But both are positives here. Both the ratios exist. Okay. So xb means this is xb. This is y2. So xb by y2. 5 divided by 1. 5 divided by 1 means 5. Next, 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 means 3. Least positive deletes. What is the least positive here? P is the least positive, that will deletes. Same like Bigam method you have done the same concept. Now identify the key element. Next step is you have to identify the key element. So what is the key element? The element which is common to entering column and deleting row. Deleting row is called key element. So what is the key element here? Key element is 2. Now next step is make this key element as 1. Other element in the particular column should be equivalent to 0 by performing matrix row operations. Matrix row operations. So that means how many rows are there? 2 rows are there. R1, R1, R2. Same concept as it is already done. So now key element is in which row? Second row. First I will write the second row operation. I want 1 here. How will you get 1? By dividing itself. By dividing itself is what the operation R2 implies? R2 by 2. R2 implies R2 by 2. Next, make the other element is equivalent to 0. Make the other element is equivalent to 0. That means this should be equivalent to 0 by performing matrix row operations. So that means this is nothing but R1 implies so now see, key element is there in the second row. So first row will be as it is. Just I am writing R1 is as it is. Now same signs are there, opposite signs are there. Same signs means put minus, opposite signs means put plus. So same signs means put minus. Same signs means put minus. Next, copy the key element operation. Whatever key element operation that should be copied here. So that means what is this operation? R2 by 2. That should be copied as it is. R2 by 2. R2 by 2. R2 by 2. R2 by 2 should be copied as it is. Okay. Now see R1 element. Go for R1 element 1. Whatever may be the element, whether it is 1, whether it is 2 by 2, whether it is 3 by 2, whatever may be, that should be multiplied here. So 1 should be multiplied here. That means 1 into R2 by 2, you will get R2 by 2 only. That means what are the two operations you are getting for the second table? R2 implies R2 by 2, R1 implies R1 minus R2 by 2. So these are the operations for the second table. Now starting table is completed. Now I will draw the second table. Second table. So you have to repeat the procedure until you get all are greater than equal to 0 or there is an indication of unbounded solution. Okay, so what are the columns required? Same as it is YB, CB, XB, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5. Y6 is an artificial value, it is deleted, you should not require. Okay. Next, Cj is the cost matrix. Cj is the cost matrix. Cj is the cost matrix. Now, what is the Cj values now? 0, phase 1 government is all are zeros except artificial variables. Except artificial variables. Minus 1. So, what are the variables? Y5 will be as it is. Y5 will be as it is, it will be there. And Y6 is deleted. In place of Y6, Y2 enters. Y2 enters. Y6, Y2. Okay. See, cost of these variables. What are the costs of these variables? Y5 variable cost minus 1. Y2 variable cost 0. Y2 variable cost 0. The remaining you have to use these operations. First key element row. Key element row is there in the second row. First I will write the second operation. What is the second operation? R2 by 2. R2 by 2 means every value divided by 2. Every value second row divided by 2. So XP almost you have to cancel. 6 by 2. 6 by 2 is 3. 1 by 2. 2 by 2. 2 by 2, 1. That means key element is 1. That means your operation is correct. Next 0 by 2 is 0. Next minus 1 by 2. Next 0 by 2, 0. So Y6 is not required. If you want, you can do, but it is not required. Like Bigam method, it is not required. Okay. And then first row operation. What is the first row operation? I will calculate the operation values. Operation here. What is the operation? R1 minus R2 by R1 minus R2 by 2 is the operation. R1 means first row as it is. What is the first row? 5. I will write here. 5, 1, 1, minus 1, 0, 1. Up to R5, Y5. Up to Y5. Minus, 5, 1, 1, minus 1, 0, 1. In between minus is there, plus is there, minus is there. Just put minus. Next, R2 by 2. R2 by 2 is this one only. Because R2 by 2 we have already done. Otherwise, if you want, 2 again you can do 6 by 2 means 3, 1 by 2, 2 by 2 means 1, sure. Other element is 0. Other element is 0, that means your operation is correct. Next 0 by 2 is 0, next one is minus 1 by 2, next one is 0 by 2 is 0. So 5 minus 3, 2, this is 1 by 2, this is 0, this is minus 1, this is 1 by 2, this is plus 1. So first order 2, this one is 1 by 2, this is 0, minus 1, 1 by 2, 1. 1 by 2, 1. Okay. Now I got the values, table is filled. Now you can calculate only two values. One is the first value you have to calculate, actually z you have to calculate, but it is denoted by z dash in phase 1. So z dash equal to say minus 1 into 2, minus 2, 0 into 3, 0. That means what is the value? Minus 2. Z dash is minus 2. Next, net valuation is denoted by zj minus cj. Okay, so cp into y1. So minus 1 into 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. This is 0. So minus 1 by 2 minus 0. That means we will get minus 1 by 2. Again, you are getting negative. That means one more table will get. Okay. So minus 1 into 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. Next, minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. This is 0. 1 minus 0, 1. This is minus 1 into 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. So you are getting minus 1 by 2 here. Next, minus 1 into plus 1. 1 minus 1 0. Okay. If you get all our positive, solution is completed. If you get more than one negative, choose the most negative. How many negatives you got? 2 negatives you got. So choose the most negative. So what is that? This is also minus 1 by 2. This is also minus 1 by 2. So whenever you are getting equal values here, so which variable you have to consider? That means most negative. What is the most negative you have to choose? So first preference will be given to slack and artificial variables. Next preference will be given to surplus, slack or surplus variables, and next preference will be given to original variables. Now what is this one? This one is nothing but y1 is the original variable, y4 is the surplus variable. So first preference will be given to surplus variables first. So that means what is that? This is a surplus variable. So surplus variable means y4 will be treated as entering variable. So y4 will be treated as entering variable. And next you have to identify what is the deleting variable. Deleting variable you have to identify. So same as it is. So if you observe here, formula is not required. For deleting variable, actually you have to calculate the ratio. But in your entry column, negative number is there. You will not consider the ratio. Only positive numbers ratios you have to consider. That means how many positive values are there? Only one value is there. So ultimately that deletes. You don't require to calculate the ratio. Otherwise, write the ratio formula as it is. Ratio minimum of xb by entering column. What is the entering column? Y4 is the entering column. Y4. So what is that? Xb by y4 means 2 by 1 by 2. 2 by 1 by 2 means 4. And this is a negative value. So negative we will not consider the ratio. Negative value we will not consider the ratio. So that means obviously only one positive is there. Directly that deletes. That means which variable deletes? Which variable deletes? Y5 deletes. So that means what is the key element now? Key element is 1 by 2. Key element is 1 by 2. So make this key element as 1, other element is equal to 0 by performing matrix row operations. I am writing here row operations, this side I have space. So R1, R2, two rows are there, R1, R2. R1, R2. Here. R1, R2. First which row you will write key element is in which row? First row. First row means I will make this key element as 1. How you will get 1 here? How you will get 1 here? By multiplying 2 or by dividing itself. By dividing itself means 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. So that means what is it? Entire R1 divided by 1 by 2. That means it will reverse. That means you can multiply with 2, automatically you will get 1. That means R1 implies 2R1. R1 implies 2R1. Now R2 you have to write. Key element is there in the second row. So first row will be as it is R1. R2. Second row will be as it is. Key element is there in the first row. So second row will be as it is. Now what is the next step? Same signs are there. Put minus. Opposite signs are there. Put plus. So opposite signs means put plus. Opposite signs means put plus. Okay. Now copy the key element operation. What is the key element operation? 2R1. Copy the key element operation, that is 2R1. Copy the key element operation, that is 2R1. Now go for R2 element. R2 and this is R2 second one. So actually already opposite signs you have used. So don't take again minus sign. Okay, so what is the value here? 1 by 2. So R2 value is 1 by 2. R2 value is 1 by 2. That should be multiplied here. That should be multiplied here. That means what is that? 2 get cancelled. 2 get cancelled. And what is the operation you are getting? What is the operation you are getting? R2 implies R2 plus R1. R2 plus R1. R1 implies 2R1. So these are the operations for the third table. Okay, for the third table. Now begin third table. You have to repeat the procedure until you get all are greater than equal to 0. All are greater than equal to 0. Okay. So third table. So Wi-Fi is deleted. Wi-Fi is an artificial variable. You should not require that Wi-Fi. Okay. Now these are the 0, 0, 0 you get. Okay. So why? Because Wi-Fi is deleted. Wi-Fi is an artificial variable. It is deleted. So you should not require to represent. Okay. So Wi-Fi column is not required now. Okay. Next. What are the variable vectors? Wi-Fi deletes. In place of Wi-Fi, Y4 enters. That means what is that? Y4 and next one is Y2. Y4, Y2. Y4 variable cost 0. Y2 variable cost 0. The remaining values you have to use the operation first. Key element operation. R1 implies 2R1. Every value you put 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 1 by 2, 1. 2 into 0, 0. 2 into minus 1, minus 2. 2 into 1 by 2, 1. See. Y4. Key element is 1. Okay. Next. What is the second operation? R2 plus R1. R2 means this one is R2, this one is R1. R2 plus R1. Both you have to add. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 1 plus 2, 5 plus 1 plus 2, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. 0 plus into minus, that means minus 0 minus 1, minus 1. So minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that means 0. Key element is 1, other element, key element is 1, other element is 0. That means your operations are correct. Okay. Now calculate same as it is. Z dash. Calculate Z dash. So Z dash equal to, obviously we get 0 here. 0 here. Next Zj minus Cj you have to calculate. Zj minus Cj. Cb into y1, 0 into 1, 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. Next one is 0, 0, 0. Total values will be 0. So all are greater than equal to 0 or not? Greater than equal to 0. That means, so you can stop the procedure here. Phase 1 you can stop. Okay. Now see. So I have already told two-phase simplex method means how many phases will be there? 2 phases will be there. Now we are in phase 1. Now after finishing phase 1, when you have to go to phase 2? When you have to go to phase 2? After finishing phase 1, when you have to go to phase 2? So there are 3 cases. 3 cases are there for moving phase 1 to phase 2. So first case is, I will tell you the first case. Okay, listen carefully. So first case I will write here the cases. Case 1 is maximum z star, the z dash, maximum z dash. Case 1, listen carefully. Maximum z dash less than 0. You will not get greater than 0. You will get either negative or 0 or 0. You will get either negative or 0 because what is that? Minus 1 is the artificial variable cost. So you will not get any positive value. So either z dash will be 0 or z dash will be negative only. You will not get positive. So that means case 1 is, what is the case 1? I have given the procedure already. So I am explaining those 3 cases to you. Maximum z dash less than 0 and an artificial vector appears in the basis and one artificial vector appears in the basis, then at a positive level. So suppose, now see this table. I will give an example. Suppose in this case, assume that this is positive, this is positive. You are all are getting positive. Assume that all are getting positive. Positive means then you can go for those cases. Case 1, case 2, case 3. So case 1 is what? First I will explain case 1. Case 1 is what? Maximum z dash less than 0. Maximum z dash less than 0 and at least one artificial vector. And at least one artificial vector appears in the basis at a positive level. At a positive level. Again I am repeating. Maximum z dash less than 0 and at least one artificial vector. Minus 1 means artificial vector. Okay, and at least one artificial vector appears in the basis at a positive level, then the given entity does not possess any feasible solution. Then the given LPP does not possess, there is no solution to the problem, does not possess any feasible solution. This is case 1. I will explain with an example. Case 1 is what? Maximum z dash less than 0 and one artificial variable is present in the basis at a positive value. Positive value means more than 0. Positive value, then what is the conclusion you have write? Then the given LPP does not possess any feasible solution, and there will be no solution to that problem. Okay, so this case does not comes here because you are not getting z dash less than 0. So case 1 you won't get. Now case 2, I will write here case 2. Case 2. Case 2 is maximum z dash equal to 0. Case 2 is maximum z dash equal to 0 and at least one artificial vector appears in the basis at a 0 level. Appears in the basis at a 0 level. Maximum z dash equal to 0 and at least one artificial variable appears in the basis at 0 level. Then you can go to phase 2. Then you have to go to phase 2. Second case I am repeating. Case 2 is nothing but maximum z dash equal to 0 and one artificial variable appears in the basis at 0 level. Then you can go to phase 2. Now the last case, case 3. Case 3 also same. Maximum z dash equal to 0. Maximum z dash equal to 0 and no artificial variable appears. See, no artificial variable appears. Then also go to phase 2. Again I am repeating the cases. Maximum z dash less than 0 and one artificial vector appears in the basis at a positive level. Then there will be no solution to the given LPP. That is case 1. Case 2 is what? Maximum z dash equal to 0 and one artificial vector appears in the basis at a 0 level. This is positive level, this is 0 level. Okay, at a 0 level means 0 value. Okay, 0 level, then go to phase 2. Third case is maximum z dash equal to 0. Only equal to 0. You will not get more than 0, greater than 0. Okay, maximum z dash equal to 0 and no artificial vector appears in the basis. Then also you have to go to phase 2. Now this particular problem, see this one. When you have to go for these cases, if you get all are positives, if you get all are greater than equal to 0, then only you can go for these cases. Okay, now this particular problem comes under which case? Which case means see maximum z dash equal to 0. That means it does not come under case 1. It may come case 2, otherwise case 3. Now see the next one. Case 2 is what? Maximum z dash equal to 0 and artificial vector appears in the basis at 0 level. But artificial vector is not there. What are the artificial vectors in this problem? y5, y6. Those are not there. Okay, that means it does not come under case 2. So go for case 3 now. Maximum z dash equal to 0 and no artificial variable appears. Artificial variable is not there. Then also you have to go to phase 2. And this particular problem comes under case 3. Okay. Sometimes assume. Sometimes you are getting all or greater than. I am not going for this calculation, but sometimes you may get y5 here. That is minus 1. Leave the calculation. Don't see the calculation part. You are getting like this. You are getting all are positives. Okay, now see, it comes under case 2. Maximum z dash equal to 0 and artificial vector appears at a 0 level. Here then you will get 0. Now we won't get, I am telling in this case 2. So what is the case 2? Maximum z dash equal to 0 y5 is an artificial vector appears at the basis at a 0 level. Then also you have to go to phase 2. Okay, but in this case it will be no problem. This is I think y4. This value is 0. This value, what is this value? R1, R2, R1. So 2R1 means this value is 4. Okay, sometimes what happens is, now I will tell you the case 1. Suppose treat this table. You are getting all are positives here. Suppose assume that you are getting all are positives. Then go for those cases. Maximum z star less than 0 or not. This is minus 2. less than 0. Artificial variable appears in the basis at a positive level. See, that is a positive value or not positive value. So that means in this case, suppose if you get all are greater than equal to 0 here, then it comes under case 1. What is case 1? Maximum z dash less than 0, less than 0 means here you are getting minus 2, and artificial vector appears at the basis at a positive level. Then the given LPP does not possess any feasible solution. Okay, but in this case you won't get because you are getting negative values here. So negative values means you are moving further. So this is the third table, you are getting all are positives. All are positive means this particular problem maximum z dash equal to 0 and no artificial vector appears in the basis. This comes under case 3. So we will go to phase 2. So I think all of you understood these concepts. Okay, so now put the heading phase 2. It is there in the procedure. I have given the procedure in that procedure. These are the three cases here. So case 1, the given LPP does not possess any feasible solution. Case 2 and case 3 will go to phase 2. Okay, so right now phase 2, phase 2, phase 2. Put the second phase 2, phase 2. Alright. So phase 2, what you will do? Actually, phase 1, you have taken all original variable cost equivalent to 0. I think you have remembered. Phase 1, what we have done? We have considered all the original variables cost is equivalent to 0 except artificial variables. That's why you have taken maximum z dash equal to only minus x5 minus x6. But maximum z star function, you know, minus 2x1 minus 3x2. Actual values exist minus 2 and minus 3, but you have considered 0 in the phase 1. Now phase 2, what you have to consider, that original values you will consider. Original values means actually y1 value is not equal to 0. y1 value minus 2 you got in this problem. y2 value you are getting minus 13. Okay, objective function. So, but in phase 1 you are putting 0. Now we are in phase 2. Phase 2, what you have to do, you have to consider the last table of phase 1. This is the last table of phase 1. You have to consider the last table of phase 1 and then consider the original values, original variable costs, and do the simplification. Okay, right now phase 2. Consider the last table, consider the last table, last simplex table, consider the last simplex table of phase 1, consider the last simplex table of phase 1 as a starting table of phase 2, as a starting table of phase 2, as a starting table of phase 2, starting table of phase 2, and consider the original variables cost, and consider the original variable cost in the objective function, and ignore the artificial variables, 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 and ignore the artificial variables, ignore the artificial variables. Okay, so this is the starting table for phase 2. Phase 2, this is phase 2. Already you have done phase 2. You are writing the procedure. What you have to do? What is the procedure in phase 2? Phase 2 is nothing but consider the last table, the simplex table of phase 1, and take the original variable cost. What is the original variable cost? I think original variable costs are with you. What is the original variable cost? Minus 2x1 minus 3. So this is minus 2, this is minus 3. These are the original variables. Maximum z star, I have given, I think all of you, original objective function is what is the maximum z star equal to minus 2x1 minus 3x2 plus 0x3 plus 0x4 minus mx5 minus x5 minus x6. Artificial variables are not required now. So that means this is the objective function. Original variables I am considering y1 minus 2, y2 minus 3. Okay. Now as it is same simplex, this becomes simplex now. So simplex means what is the z star you will get. You will not get z because minimization property is given. You have converted to maximization, so z star value you will get. What is the z star value? Original variables how we can consider. Y4 original variable. What is the Y4 original variable? 0. Y2 original variable minus 3. Minus 3. Okay. So this is 0. This is minus 15. Next zj minus cj. Zj minus cj to y1 0. This is minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. Next one is 0 minus 3 plus 3 0. Next one is 0. This is 3 minus 0 3. This is 0, 0. If you get negative, you have to repeat the process. How many negatives you got? One negative you got. That means this enters. This is the entering variable. Why one wants to enter here? So for that you require ratio again. You have to repeat the procedure until you get all are positives, or there is an indication of unbounded solution. After that you have to repeat the procedure. But the entering column by 1. So in the entering column both are positive, so consider the ratios. 4 divided by 1. 4 divided by 1 is 4. 5 divided by 1. 5. So deleting variable. So deleting variable is by 4. In place of by 4, by 1 enters. That means what's the value here? 1 is the key. 1 is the key element. Now same as this, whether the operations R1 or key element is already 1, so R1 implies R1 only. So that means R2 implies R2, same signs are there, put minus, and whatever the key element operation you have to follow. That means R2 minus R2 for the next table. Okay, so same next table YB, CB, XB, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. Cj is the cost matrix. First write down the Cj values -2, -3, 0, 0. Okay, so Y4 is deleted, Y1 enters, Y2 enters. Y2 will be as it is. Y1 variable cost -2, Y2 variable cost -3. The remaining you have to use the operation. R1 plus R1. The first one is as it is. What's the first one? 4, 1, 0, -2, 1. Next, second row. What is the second row? Second row minus first row. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 4, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 0, 1. Minus 1, minus of minus plus 21. This is minus 1. Okay. So see, k element is 1, other elements are zeros. Okay. Next. Same calculation as this. Until we get all positives, and there is an indication of unbounded solution. So CB is fixed. So -8, -3, -11. Zj minus Cj. So -2 into 1, -2. This is 0, -2 plus 2, 0. 0, -3 plus 3, 0. This is -4, plus 4. -2 into -2 plus 4, -3, 1. Last one, -2 plus 3, -2 plus 3 is 1. I think all Zj minus Cj greater than equal to 0. So all Zj minus Cj greater than equal to 0. Hence we have been reached the optimum solution. Hence we have been reached the optimum solution. The optimum solution. And the optimum value of z equal to, so optimum value of z equal to, actually you want z, but you got z star value. This is the z star value. What is the relation between z star and z? I have told z star equal to, the optimum value of z star equal to minus z. That means what is the z value? Z equal to minus z star. That means z equal to minus z star value minus 11. That means z equal to 11. Z equal to 11. Z equal to 11 for the variables. What are the variables? X1 and X2. Original problem. X1, X2 are there. Go for X1 and X2. So X1 is there. What is the X1 value? 4. X2 is there. What is the X2 value? Y2 value? 1. That means X1 equal to 4 and X2 equal to 1. X1 equal to 4 and X2 equal to 1. I think the same answer you are getting here also. Z value 11 only. Already obtained in Bigam method. The same values you got. If you want, you can verify that problem. The same answers you will get from the Bigam method also. That means if any one constant is greater than equal type or equal type, you can either use Bigam method or you can use two-phase simplex method. In both the methods, the same answer will get z equal to 11 for the variables x1 equal to 4, x2 equal to 1. Okay, I hope all of you understood. Now you can do the second problem in Bigam method. Second problem in Bigam method you will get infeasible solution. Okay, it comes under case 1. Case 1 is what? Maximum z star less than 0 and one artificial variable appears at places at a positive level. Then the given LPP does not possess any feasible solution. Okay, so phase 1 only tends. Okay, so now you can do the Bigam method, second problem. Second problem already we have discussed now. That problem you can do in two-phase simplex method. There in phase 1 itself you will get the given MPP does not possess any feasible solution. Okay, otherwise I will tell you later. Thank you.